Hey everyone, sorry for the ratty hair I have been. It's Saturday and finally, that's what I really came on here for, to tell you guys that I finally got a decent night's sleep. Although I was completely exhausted from the nights before, many nights before, but my blood sugar actually did very well, but I mean, I was literally exhausted on no sleep. I went yesterday and had my CT scan done, and of course, I won't know anything about that until next week when Dr. Cho looks at it and contacts me back. Of course, I go see my plastic surgeon Monday, regarding the reconstruction and everything. I'm not looking forward to it. I actually had a anxiety attack leaving the hospital in Birmingham, not going to it, not leaving, not driving to it, being there, not driving home, but actually in the parking lot. As I'm walking to my car, I had to stand outside my car for a little while and just breathe. I think it's just, I'm just overwhelmed. My hair is falling out again in dramatic patches all over my head. Like up here, you can see where it's real thin, and then there's a patch there. You can see, but that's nothing compared to what it is in the back and stuff like that. So that's another thing. And I come on here to tell you guys that again, not every day is shits and giggles and rainbows and sunshine. So things happen. It was a big, for some reason, I guess everything just sort of hit me. It was a big sucker punch to the gut yesterday, which was okay. I mean, I was just like, okay, bitch, you better get your shit together because, And so I just prayed about it, and I was like, Lord, please just take this anxiety away, and He did. I mean, I still felt a little anxious, but I wasn't having like an anxiety attack, and I wouldn't call it a panic attack, but it was definitely an anxiety attack, and they are different. Of course, my blood sugar, I said that it did well last night, and now I can't get it lower than this. And I have switched to every setting I can find that I have on here, which means, guess what that means? That I will have to make another setting for whatever reason. I'm putting this in here. It's a never-ending thing. And of course, see, it won't let me give any more insulin. See how that works? But anyway, but I do go, I just, what I told my husband too, I was like, I was never scared of having the surgeries, and I am now. I am scared, and I'm a little angry, and, my plastic surgeon always says, you tell me if you don't like something. If you don't like something. I don't like my face. You know what I mean? I don't like that I have massive scars that are indented and you can see, and then here and all this stuff. I mean, my nose is, it doesn't even have a, crap, I can't think of the name. You can Google it, but it's what gives you that little shadow right here, and, I'm just, on top of that, then the function of my nose. Now my hair's falling out again. I barely, talk to family, and I haven't felt like talking to friends that much. We text a little, but it's just me. They know me. They know when I get like this that if I can't be kind of positive or comforting to them too, I just don't talk. And so, and then, I rarely talk to family, and when I do, one family member in particular, it's, oh, your hair's falling out. It's probably just stress. It'll come back. And then it's an hour of talking about them. You know what I'm saying? So you really need to have a a very good support system. I mean, my friends are a very good support system for me, and they know me, and I know them. Is when they don't, I don't hear from them, or I call and they don't answer. If they don't answer or text me back, I know that they're just having a really bad day. You know what I mean? And if I want to text them or call them again, I will, and they can say, "I'm having a bad day. Bitch, stop texting me." You know what I mean? And that's kind of how it goes. And then we'll talk about it later, So get you a good support system. My husband, I write I call it a prayer book. So I write in there. I pray, for everybody I pray for, what I pray for, my family, me, whatever, blah 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 blah. And I left it out. It's not something I normally. I'd stopped doing it for a while. Then I started doing it again, and it's when I was up at 2:00 one morning, and I'd written in it, and pages. It's almost like a journal too, but it's a prayer book. And so I thought I had closed it and set it, out, but apparently I didn't. And when I got up that morning, I went back to bed probably about 6. I was up at 2. Probably didn't go to sleep till midnight. Then woke up at 2. Then was up until about 6:30 and lay down. And then when I got up, there was a note from my husband, and it was the most precious note, and then I immediately thought he read my prayer journal, and he did. He said it was out. I said, well, I didn't think you did because it was closed. He goes, well, it was out, and I read it because sometimes you don't tell me how you really feel, and I mean, the note was just, I mean, I boo-hooed. I mean, when I say I cried, I mean, I was snotting everywhere. I mean, it was just really sweet when it came from the heart, and it bothered him that I felt the way I felt. I mean, you need somebody like that, whether it be a friend, a partner, whatever. So, but I will probably not know too much after Monday, seeing Dr. Cox. Who knows? I'm just really irritated and aggravated. The closer I get to it, the more aggravated and a little pissed I get, because every time I see him, I don't get really any answers anymore. And if you've seen my videos from the beginning, you know that he did a great job as far as, but it's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the landscape of my face is forever changed. And I realize that, but it can be forever changed and still look good. And it doesn't. I don't like it. It makes me feel bad about myself. Now, don't get me wrong. Other people don't make me feel bad. Even if they looked at me and laughed, it would not make me feel bad. I make myself feel bad because I don't like it. I don't have to look exactly like me. I mean, I would love to look like I did before, and I look kind of close, but this is jacked up. This needs to be refined and fixed, And this is also causing anxiety for me, and it's making my blood sugar screw up, as we can well tell, because talking about it, I got it this morning. It was kind of even though I got a really good night's sleep, or better than I have in a while. I didn't wake up. It's just very stressful, but like right now, I have it on, I think the highest basal rate that I have. Do I? No, I don't. Okay, never mind. I'm going back in, and I have it on the second highest. Did it do it? No, it did not. Hang on. Okay. Now I just did it. Now it's on. I wondered why it wasn't help. Usually that'll help it go down, But anyway, I hope you watched the last video too about settings. And I know that other pumps, even though I'm not, I have been on other pumps, so I'm not like uninformed about other pumps, but I'm just talking about this one. But if you don't have an Omnipod, go look at your whatever Medtronic T-Slim, whatever you have, and really, and also I advise you to go on YouTube and they can show you some things as well. Again, the American Diabetes Association website, do that. If you're not on a pump, look into the rule of 1500, which is the same as the rule of 1800, except it's for long-acting insulin. That's why it's called the rule of 1500, to figure out how much insulin, you need as far as a basal rate or whatever long-acting insulin. So, but just, again, I just wanted to stress, go in and check out your pump and things like that, because if I hadn't gone in and had these settings, because I'm just so brittle, y'all. I mean, so brittle, and these last 2 days have it's been very weird. Like last night and this morning, it's just my blood sugar was, usually I can keep it very good in range during the day. I mean, like in range, and of course, after coming home from having the CT scan and everything, and I was just really tired and on no sleep and stuff, literally on no sleep, of course that stressed me out. My blood sugars went up, and it was real hard to get them down. But then and I'm not saying they weren't up a little bit last night, because I upped my alarm setting to 250 just so I could get some sleep, and that's not good. I mean, it's not great. But I had to get some sleep, and it really wasn't. I mean, it was good sleep, but it's still, you wake up and you feel terrible because your blood sugars have been running a little wanky. So, but you have to do what you have to do for yourself. So I just advise you to really research the pump that you're on. Go in. You're gonna have to try things. That's the only way to figure it out. Try one thing, you're like, crap, that didn't work. Maybe I need to up it, lower it, blah blah blah. But really study the pump that you're using, because a lot of time, like the educator that was given to me through my doctor, not through Omnipod, while she knew some things very well, I didn't know about half of the shit that's on this thing. You hear me? Half of it. I didn't know anything. She didn't talk about it. My doctor doesn't know jack about it, and he's not very good at picking out, changing up my basal rates and stuff. And for a long time, he would tell me about it, and I'd be like, can you give me, can you write that down? Sure you can. Sure I can. He never did, and so I'd never change it. I mean, anyway. But really, you're your own advocate, and you really know your body the best. So just do what you can, and I pray that you have a good doctor. That's what I pray. My doctor in Mississippi was fantastic. If I could see him right now, I would. I mean, he really was. He was fantastic. So I loved him, and I'm literally saying love here. I mean it. I mean, not like, I just loved him. He was very caring. Always tried. This doctor sucks. I mean, sucks. And I go in his office, and he gets all these awards and shit, and I'm like, I don't know how you're getting these damn awards. Maybe because other doctors who suck just like you are giving them to you, because you suck. And that's the problem with endocrinologists. I wish certain endocrinologists would just specify their specialty would be in diabetes, but they don't do that. I mean, endocrinology is a specialty within itself. I mean, it can deal with thyroid, it can deal with blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. So it's not like you think you're going to an endocrinologist, he's a specialist in diabetes. Nay, he is not. So, I mean, he may know more than the average bear. He doesn't know more than me. I mean, this doctor doesn't. Now, my other doctor in Jackson, he was great. I mean, and he knew that I tried to keep up with stuff, and if I was incorrect about things, he would correct me, but not in a condescending way, and he also knew that I did not take vaccines. Mainly because when I first started, and people were like, when people start saying you need to take vaccines, I said, I'm already a pincushion. I refuse to be another one, and I refuse to be somebody's test subject. I'm just not going to do that. That's just, if I ever need it, I'll do it. But I have yet to find a need for any of them. So, and that's all I got to say about that. But to each his own. But I really do pray you guys have a good doctor. And if not, just know that your regular doctor can prescribe medications for you. But I would try to see a specialist. But if you can't find a good specialist, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. So, and I mean, that's my mother was. She was not about to let her baby, be thrown to the wayside, or, and she spent many a sleepless night, And then when I was in college, she's like, she wasn't right there with me, and I lived alone a lot. So it's a little scary, but you learn. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend. It's really pretty here. We're doing things outside. It's like spring break here. And so hopefully, I don't think it's supposed to rain or anything, but it's nice. It's not cold. It's not hot. But it's just warm enough, I think, where snakes might start to come out. And nay, I say, because homie don't play that. I don't do a snake or a spider. Mm-hmm. And we have freaking, what are they called? Crap. They're in the desert, usually in the desert. Why can't I not think of the damn name? Scorpions. We have scorpions here. What the freaking French toast? Scorpions in Alabama. What the hell? Of course, you wouldn't think there were panthers, black panthers in Mississippi, but they are, and I've seen one. So, yes. But anyway, I just thought I would just come over here real quick and just tell you a little bit, what's going on, and also let you know that I do have an appointment with my plastic surgeon. So whatever, on Monday, I'll let y'all know about that. But if you would, please like and subscribe and possibly share. Liking and subscribing is free, and it's a way to help me and help out my channel. So I would really appreciate it, if you enjoy it, or my little talks and things like that. I would truly appreciate it, because it really does help out my channel. So, and it's a free way to support me. So, y'all have a great weekend. Remember, laugh a lot. For the love of God, be sarcastic. Remember, don't take life too seriously. Nobody ever makes it out alive. And as always, be the reason somebody gets drunk today. I'll talk to you guys later. BI.